My strength training journey started 7 years ago. I had suffered from back pain for 10 years, and it was debilitating back pain. I couldn't walk in a shopping center or go for a walk without my back seizing up after 5 minutes, and the pain being so much that I would have to stop the activity and sit down. And I tried everything to resolve this. I'd been to physios, osteos, I had been to Pilates classes, I had done yoga, acupuncture, and literally everything to try and resolve the back pain. The physios would say it was due to lack of flexibility, so I started taking yoga classes and physiotherapy to stretch, but nothing resolved my condition at all. And I was just resigned to the fact that as I was getting older, this would be just something that I would have to live with. And then on a trip to London, I found myself at the airport, and the flight I was taking back to Singapore was delayed by a few hours. So I was browsing some bookshops at the airport, and I came across Rippetoe's Starting Strength Blue Book. And I opened it up, and it fell open on a page about strength training and the effect strength training can have on back strength and resolving back pain. And the more I read this book, the more it made just a great deal of sense in the way that other things that had been told to me by medical professionals just hadn't added up. But this book really spoke to me. And I thought to myself, my gosh, what are the chances of there being a starting strength gym in Singapore? So anyway, I bought the book, and I read it virtually on the whole flight to Singapore. And when I landed, what I immediately did upon getting home was start searching for a starting strength gym. And much to my surprise, I found Sean and Hygeia based here. So I called Sean and made an appointment to come by and started training with Sean. And I don't know how to quite describe the feeling that after 3 weeks, my back pain had started to dissipate noticeably. I was walking around, and it occurred to me on one trip that I wasn't feeling the pain that I was normally feeling, and it was a surprise. And I was a little bit taken aback by this. And I came back to the gym, and we continued for another 3 weeks. After 6 weeks, my back pain was gone. It just wasn't there. And I was so surprised that in such a short space of time, with no medication, with nothing other than just doing a few movements in the gym here, that I'd resolved a condition that had existed and had caused such an impact on my standard of living for 10 years. And part of me was actually frustrated that I'd been to so many people to try and resolve this, and not one person had said to me, actually, you need to strengthen your body. And after those 6 weeks of that significant change, I've become a convert, a disciple, a follower, and I've been doing it now for 7 years, and I've not had any back pain for 7 years. And Sean encouraged me at one point in my training to go and try and compete at the Singapore National Open, and I wasn't aware of strength training competitions or meets or anything in Singapore, but Sean encouraged me to sign up, and I thought, well, okay, this will be an interesting thing to try and do. So I went along without any expectations, and much to my surprise, and actually I think Sean's surprise as well, is that I broke the Singapore national deadlift record on my first attempt. So for me now, this has become a religion. Because of the impact it's had on me, I encouraged my wife to join as well. And my two sons, and actually my daughter, although she doesn't live here, when she's here, she comes along and trains with us as well, and has continued training on her own where she lives. But the whole family comes along to the gym. My wife has done amazingly well, has also broken a number of deadlift records and has got a shelf full of medals herself. But she, like me, has seen the effect of strength training and has continued with it. And both of us now try and encourage friends and family and people that we meet that ask about strength training, or people that just complain about different ailments that we know can be resolved through strength. So we're continually recommending Hygeia, starting Strength to Friends, and a number of them have come to the gym, and it's quite nice to come here when we train to see a number of our friends here to join us, and they, like us, have seen the effect that it's had upon their well-being, and they continue to come with us as well. So it's a family affair, and things have progressed. Right, I play 11-a-side football, which is, for someone at my age, I'm almost 60 years old, is a surprise to a lot of people that I can still continue to play the way that I do, and I love it. I'm able to run, I'm able to enjoy the game once a week, and it has such a fulfilling effect on my life, being able to do something like it, and having strength training enabling me to live a life of that nature at this age. Friends occasionally ask me, said, "Are you still strength training?" And the response I give to them is that I do strength training in the way that I brush my teeth, that it's not an option, it's something that I just do now, and I will do forever because of the dramatic effect it's had on my life. The last annual health check I went to, my doctor said that compared to last year, my bone density had increased. And what procedure can cause a reversal of bone density decrease as you get older? Well, this can, and that's why I do it, and I will continue to do it forever.